Vedanta Yashodanandana Brajanarandana Yashodanandana Brajanarandana Yamuna Tira Vanatari Yamuna Tira Vanatari Radha Madhava Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhavana, Madhavana, Hare Radha Madhavana, Jaya Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Radhe Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Radhe Jaya Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Radhe Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Radhe Jaya Jagannatha, Jagannatha, Bharat Bhagaya Subhadra, Jagannatha, Jagannatha, Holy Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Gauranga, 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 Jaya Gauranga, Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Gaunithan, Shri Shri Radha Madan, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharaj ki jai, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Gop Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Svayambhugadamyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vancha Kalpatarobhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyev cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Pr Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangam langaite giri kripat maham mande Shri Gurum Dinasarinam. Thank you all very much for inviting me here. It's quite a far off place from the place where I live in or where I serve. But I didn't know that so many wonderful devotees are practicing very beautifully Krishna consciousness here. So my congratulations to all of you for practicing so nicely and to put up such beautiful, wonderful dramas. It's not easy. Unless there is cooperation amongst devotees, unless there is spirit to sustain devotional service, to propagate this message of Lord Chaitanya Pr, such things won't take place. So my kudos to all of you. And from the bottom of my heart, I wanted to appreciate everyone here. So I was hearing from Narendra Prabhu while he was driving me from Abbots. He was describing the various activities that are taking place here. How Matajis, they have reading sessions of Srila Prabhupada's books. How Prabhujis also have classes and reading sessions through online and weekly programs that happen here. So all of this gives great joy to know that, it's like another city here. Where we are living in a old city. I think this is a newly developing city, I guess. And nice to see that every one of you are participating. So, I'm not going to take much time so that you are all peaceful. I want to talk a little bit about the drama and then continue my talk based on the drama. It's a very, very wonderful drama, this. This is a very deep, significant event that took place in the history of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. When the Gaudiya Vaishnavism was in question whether it is part of Vaishnava culture. So when this great devotee called Baladev Vidyabhushan, on the order of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, with the help of Jai Singh, Raja Jai Singh, this whole Jaipur, and there was a dialogue in that, is Nagari ka वास्तविक राजा भगवान कृष्ण है और ये पदाधिकारी उनका केवल सेवक है. That is the whole spirit of the drama. That's not only the drama, that is the whole spirit of devotional service. Ekala Ishvara Krishna Ana Sava Bhutyaha. There is only one Ishvara, Param Ishvara, that is Krishna. Everyone else is his Bhutya. Bhutya means he is his servant. That is the spirit of devotional service. As Lord Chaitanya said, what is the Swarupa of devotee of Jiva? Jivera Swarupa Hoy Nityera Krishna Das. That our original position is to be the servant of Krishna. So, this happened 300 years around, 200-300 years ago, and a whole city was constructed in the name of Radha Govinda, and Radha Govinda was put in a beautiful palace where everyone in Jaipur come and have darshan of Radha Govinda, and they sing beautiful songs in praise of Radha Govinda, and then they start worshipping other deities or their domestic household deities. Everything happens after that. The first worship goes to Radha Govinda. Practically it is said the whole of Jaipur would come and they worship. The Mangalarati starts at 5 o'clock or something, and then afternoon Arati, evening Arati. So all of this happened because one great devotee called Raja Jai Singh and one great Acharya called Baladev Vidyabhushan, when they cooperated with each other, such a beautiful devotional service has come up. So, Krishna consciousness movement will flourish when there is cooperation amongst Brahmanas and Kshatriyas. That is why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu sakale neha mahata yogo nashta parantapa. O Arjuna, Parantapa, this message of Krishna consciousness is coming down in disciplic succession. Evam parampara praptam. And I have taught this to Rajarshi, Imam Rajarshayo Viduhu. But in time, this parampara was lost. So I have to start the parampara once again by teaching this to you, my dear Arjuna. So, today we are going to discuss for a little time, why would parampara be lost? What are the causes of parampara to be lost? What is the essence of parampara? And what does it mean to say that I am in Gaudiya Vaishnava parampara? What is its significance? What is actually parampara? Parampara is the external manifestation of temples and this and that and that, or the parampara is the pure devotional spirit that these great acharyas have carried and handed it down to their disciples and their disciples and their disciples. What is actually this parampara, spirit of parampara? The spirit of parampara is not necessarily external manifestation of various things. Even great acharyas have established temples, but some of those temples were not visited so much now. Now Birla temples, this temple, that temple is, more crowd is going to those temples than the temples established by Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya. But the difference that you find in these temples and those temples is that they, with great devotion, they worship the deity, whether people are coming or not coming, it doesn't matter. The pure devotional service is intact, and that is actually parampara. So, it is not so easy to maintain the parampara, because to maintain and to hand it over to the next generation, it requires a completely selfless spirit. If you have even a little bit of selfishness, you cannot hold it and you cannot pass it on to the next generation. And that is why, if you are carefully reading Srila Prabhupada books, you will not find anywhere anything less than pure selfless devotional service standard that Prabhupada has explained. Anything less than that you will not find even in one purport in one place. That is the standard that is given by Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya in his Sikshastakam prayers, he said, my dear Lord Krishna, I do not want anything. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundari, na kavitam va jagadisha kamaye, mama janmani janmani ishvare, bhavata bhakti ahaitu kirtvai. My dear Krishna, I do not want a lot of followers, a lot of wealth, association of beautiful angelic women. I do not want a poetic or great intelligence to write some beautiful poetry. I do not want the kingdom of the whole universe. Even if I become the king of the whole universe, I do not want that. I do not want even liberation. I want what? Mama janmani janmani. Even if I have to be born again and again, I want to be your devotee, and I want you to give me an opportunity to serve you, my dear Krishna. Mama janmani janmani ishvare bhavata bhakti ahaitu kirtvai. Ahaituki is very important. Ahaituki means without any motivation. Devotional service must be done without any motivation. Or what kind of motivations that we may bring in devotional service? The motivation of labha, puja, pratishtha, or a lot of materialistic expectations while doing devotional service. I am serving so much, so why don't the Lord give me a bungalow? Why don't the Lord give me good health, or good wife, or husband, or whatever it is? Why not I get all these things? This is not ahaituki seva. Ahaituki seva means it's my duty to serve Krishna. I don't expect anything in return. Just like in a house, if you have to fold your father's clothes, you take for pay something. You don't take anything. Why? Because your father, you love him. Father or mother, you simply love them. So simply you do service out of happiness, gratitude. This is the mood of a devotee. Krishna is my father, Krishna is my mother. So it is my duty to serve Krishna, and that itself is a great privilege. And what can I ask more? Anything more than that? So this is the spirit of pure devotional service. So Krishna consciousness means no malina. No malina. Rupa Goswami has given a definition of what is pure devotional service. You may think that, what is this philosophy? If this man comes here on an eve of Janmashtami, he could have spoken some pastimes of Radha Krishna or something in Vrindavan, that would have been nice. What will you understand, all these pastimes? You will only see with a materialistic vision. You can't understand, none of us can understand the great devotional spirit of these great acharyas, of these great devotees. First of all, we must understand who is Krishna. Krishna is not ordinary person that we can put him in the bracket with our own materialistic vision that he should come under all our conditions. Krishna doesn't have to follow our conditions. We require conditions. We require do's and don'ts. Krishna does not require do's and don'ts because he is the Sarveshwar. So first of all, understand who Krishna is. And to understand Krishna, you cannot, with your own intelligence, you cannot understand. Krishna has to bless you. He has to Swayameva Spuradyadaha. Swayameva Spuradyadaha means he has to reveal himself to you. It is not that you can understand with your intellect by reading books. No, you cannot understand Krishna. You can misunderstand Krishna by reading this book, that book, hearing from this person, this Baba, that Baba. But it is said, if Krishna reveals himself, you will have absolute crystal clarity about Krishna. So it is said, Atah Sri Krishna Namadi na bhave grahyam indriyai sevonmuko hi jihvadav swayameva spuradyataha. One cannot understand Krishna's name, form, rupa, guna, leela. None of these things can be understood by the blunt material senses that we have. Our senses are blunt, our senses are material, our senses are covered, our senses are contaminated, our senses are limited. With these limited senses, you cannot actually understand Krishna. But then what do, sir? I only have this. I don't have anything else. What do I do with this? Don't worry. Whatever you have, employ them in service of Krishna. How do I employ? First employ your tongue. Atha Sri Krishna Namadi Nabhavet Grahyam Indriyai Seva Sevonmuko hi Jihvadav. Jihvadav means with the tongue. You do seva with the tongue. Then all the senses will be purified and Krishna will reveal himself to you. I am like this, I am like this, I am like this. Then you will understand Krishna. Not by seeing movies, not by even reading books. You can never understand Krishna. Krishna himself says, Bhagavatam also says this, Brahmaji says, Vedeshu Durlabham. Durlabham means impossible to understand Krishna. Adurlabham Atma Bhaktaha. But it is easy to understand Krishna through a devotee of Krishna. So, we must understand that none of these pastimes we cannot actually comprehend. The depth of these pastimes cannot be comprehended. But I must say honestly, the devotees who depicted these pastimes, such a long, the whole drama is such a long drama describing the whole events. They have put up such a, the spirit was coming. Very innocently they were actually, depicting, emitting the emotions, and it is very heart-touching. But what I wanted to say is that we have to go gradually to understand Krishna. What is the graduality? Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. First one must be very sincere in chanting Hare Krishna. As I said, Sevon Mukohi Jihvadav. Jihva means with tongue. With tongue we can do two things. So practically, devotional service or selfless service to Krishna begins with two things. What are those two things? Number one, by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra with the tongue and daily taking prasadam. Daily chanting and daily taking prasadam. These are the two prime activities for someone to qualify oneself to understand Krishna. But these things have to be done in a devotional spirit. You are chanting Hare Krishna not with an arrogant spirit. One has to chant Hare Krishna. Have you heard what Prabhupada said about chanting Hare Krishna? What should be the mode of a chanter? Prabhupada said that when a small child is helpless, the child cannot walk, the child cannot speak, but child has some inconvenience, the child needs the attention of the mother, what does the child do? Cries. So when he cries, when the child cries, wherever the mother is, mother runs and comes to the child. The chanting of Hare Krishna should be done in that spirit, in that dependent spirit, in that begging the mercy of Krishna. My dear Krishna, I have chosen this horrible material world by mistake. Ainand tanuja kinkaram patitam mam vishame bhavam budau krutaya tava pada pankaja stita dhul sadrusam vichintaya. My dear Krishna, by mistake I have left you and now suffering in this horrible material world. And I have no hope to get back. So kindly place me, lift me and place me at your lotus feet so that I can again breathe. This is the mode of chanting. So with this mode, Prabhupada has chanted under a tree in Tompkins Square Park, and he has attracted wonderful, wonderful souls. And the whole Hare Krishna movement has begun. And no one could predict that this movement will spread far and wide in various continents and millions of people would become devotees because of that devotional spirit that he carried. He had full faith in chanting. And then what is the second thing Prabhupada did? Whoever came in that small storefront, have you read Prabhupada's Lilamrita? Right? You didn't read. If you have not read, I would strongly recommend you to read Prabhupada Lilamrita. Even if it is not a full version, even an abridged version of Prabhupada that you read, there will be tears in our eyes. Prabhupada started a storefront, small storefront. In that small storefront, when people would come in the evenings, Prabhupada would cook for all these people. He would feed them. Some of them would eat 25 chapatis. Can you imagine? So much prasadam he would cook, he would feed them, and they would stay overnight. And the only condition is, next day morning you should attend Mangalarati and do japa. That's the condition. Then they would get prasadam. So this old man, at the age of 70, what he did, he purified their senses by chanting Hare Krishna and by giving them prasadam. This is exactly what the Acharya said. What can you understand about Krishna? Atasri Krishna namadi na bhavet grahim indri sevo nikohi jivadav swayameva spuratyataha. You allow Krishna to reveal himself to you by doing these two things. Then Krishna will come to you. He will show you who he is. Prabhupada's spiritual master, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he made one statement. Don't try to see God. Act in such a way that God comes and sees you. Or why should God come and see? Are we so great for God to come and see us? We are not so great. But what attracts God's attention is your spirit, pure devotional spirit. What is the pure devotional spirit? I am your servant. So far I have been only serving my senses in various bodies. Now I want to serve you, my dear Krishna. This spirit is what attracts Lord Krishna. And this is what is called Krishna consciousness. And this is what is presented by Srila Prabhupada in all his books. So, whatever we do, whether we are doing chanting or hearing or doing drama practice or this or that, whatever that you are doing, if you are doing it for the pleasure of Krishna and the Acharyas, not for the applause, then you are doing it in pure devotional spirit. And this is what attracts Krishna. And this is what is actually Krishna consciousness is. So this is the definition Rupa Goswami gave. What is Uttama Bhakti? Anya Abhilashita Sunyam Jnana Karma Adi Anavrutam Anukulyena Krishna Anusilanam Bhakti Uttama. So many adjectives are there in this. We can't ignore those adjectives. What is he saying? Anya Abhilashita Sunyam. Abhilasha means desire. So is he saying that all desires must be made zero? Is he saying that? No. What is he saying? Anya Abhilashita Sunyam. So that means certain desires you can keep, certain desires have to be made zero. Or what desires have to be kept? Whatever desires which are increasing your love for Krishna, those desires you can keep. And those desires which are taking you away from Krishna, they have to be made zero. Anya Abhilashita Sunyam. And what are the categories of the desires which actually take us away from Krishna? Jnana, Karma, Adi. Adi means etc. Jnana, Karma, Adi means I want great material opulence. Like Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj did devotion service. But what does he want? He wanted a bigger kingdom than his father and grandfather. Because he was insulted by his stepmother. So he wanted a greater kingdom. But as soon as he saw Krishna, after Narada Muni told him what he has to do, and he did, within 6 months, Krishna appeared in front of him. And then after seeing Krishna, he was speechless. And he said, my dear Krishna, I have come to you with material desire. And after now seeing you, all my material desires are gone. I was looking for glass pieces, but now I found diamond. You are diamond, my dear Krishna, and all my material desires of having a bigger kingdom than my father and grandfather is like glass pieces. This spirit will come when one actually becomes Krishna conscious. So that is what Rupa Goswami's definition is. Anya Abhilashita Sunyam, including Jnana, Karma. Karma means having big desires. Jnana is more subtle. Why it is more subtle? Because we want to be worshipped by others by applause. I have so much knowledge and I share that knowledge with others so that others will tell me, he is such a great jnana, he is such a realized person, such a great speaker. Today you will find many such people. They are called podium speakers or sages on stages. You understand? Sage on a stage. Only stage he says. Curtain ke piche aur kuch hai. This is called contaminated by jnana, contaminated by karma. So Acharya Rupa Goswami says bhakti should not be contaminated by these things. Anyabhilashita sunyam, jnana karmadi anavrutam, and anukulyena. Anukulyena means it should be favorable to Krishna. It cannot be unfavorable. Even you may be remembering Krishna all the time, but in an unfavorable manner, like Hiranyakashipu, like Kamsa. They were constantly remembering Krishna, but in an unfavorable manner. Favorable manner one should. Means with a devotional spirit. That means with a mode of service, one should remember Krishna. Anukulyena Krishna. Anusilanam. Again, Anusilanam means what? You can't have your own worship style. You can't have your serving style. मैं ट्रेंड क्रिएट करता हूँ, फॉलो नहीं करता हूँ, बोल के नहीं कर सकते. You cannot do it. You have to do Anusilanam. Anusilanam means you have to follow the previous acharyas. And that is called Bhakti Uttama. That is called pure devotional service. And this is the standard that Prabhupada has given. This is the standard Bhagavatam is given. And there is no other standard. There is no second standard. Only one standard. And we may not be there, but we must go there. We must scramble to go there. Until that time you cannot claim yourself to be a devotee. Devotee means pure devotee. We are not devotees. We are neophytes. Bhakta Praya. Bhakta is different and Bhakta Praya is different. Bhakta Praya means he's scrambling to be a devotee. He has so many mixed desires. And as he practices devotional service under the guidance of pure devotees, he will one day become a pure devotee. So, all of us must practice devotional service under the guidance of pure people, acharyas. Then there is a hope that one day we will become actually a devotee, actually a bhakta, not bhakta praya. We should not assume just because one round you are chanting, you have become a pure devotee. This morning I was telling in the Bhagavatam class, one devotee was asking me a question in the Bhagavatam class, Prabhu, from last 1 year I am chanting Hare Krishna. As if 1 million years he is chanting, he was telling 1 year. अरे 1 year तो कुछ भी नहीं है. It's nothing. आप माया के साथ कितना समय बिताए हो? Millions of lifetimes you are with Maya, and now you are saying I am from 1 year, I am lost 1 year, I am devotee. So when I am devotee 1 year, I am chanting Hare Krishna, why tears are not coming? Nayanam galadashridharaya, vadanam gadgadarupaya, my voice is not getting choked up. Why will it come? There are 5 more verses are there before. First you cross all those 5 more verses, then you will come to 6th verse. So, we should never think that we are devotees. We are trying to become devotees. Devotee standard is a very high standard. So, when you start like this, with humility, with pridelessness, there is a great possibility that one day you will become a devotee. But if you already assume that I am a devotee because I am doing various things, I am very expert in moving my hands and legs, but my mind is always on sense gratification, then you are not a devotee. So, we must safely assume that we are not devotees. But we want to be devotees. Just like a small child. Small child may try to, walk but fall down, but gets up, walk, fall down, gets up, but one day the child will be able to walk. Same way. All these wonderful programs that you are doing, if you safely assume that I am still not a devotee, I want to be a devotee, Krishna will be immensely happy, and actually he will bless all of us with pure devotional service. It's like a Google map. If you have to reach a particular destination in a Google map, what are the important factors? Can you tell me? Anybody tell me?
Destination.
Huh? Destination. Internet connection, destination. But you are missing one important thing.
Phone.
GPS तो है ही जी. GPS है, मोबाइल अच्छा काम कर रहा है, सब कुछ है. हाँ? Starting point. You may know the destination, you may have the best of methods to go there, but if you are missing your starting point, map will not come. And what is the starting point of a devotee? I am a fool. If you don't start like this, your starting has not been. No matter you may write Goloka Vrindavan, still map will not come. Alright, map will not come. The route map will not come. Route map will come only when you write, I am a fool. That is the beginning point. That is the starting point. If you actually start like this, the map will be clear. Route will be clear. So this is what is actually Krishna consciousness. You see, with this I will close so that you are all peaceful. I've taken a lot of time. I know it's already late, 8:30, and then you have to take prasad. How many of you have read Srila Prabhupada's Jaladuta diary? At least one, two, one, two. I will tell you what Jalaputadari is. Do you all know that Prabhupada has left Kolkata Harbour in 1965 in August? In fact, he celebrated Janmashtami on the boat. And then he had faced 2 heart attacks. Then he reached first Boston Pier Harbor. And then the Captain Pandey, who was the captain of the boat, he has taken him to the Boston streets. And after watching the people and the billboards and all the culture, he came back to the boat and he wrote one small poem that is called Markine Bhagavata Dharma. The essence of the poem is this. He writes, "My dear Lord Krishna, I do not know why you have brought me to this most horrible place. Here people are completely immersed in mode of passion and ignorance. And here I have the mandate of giving the transcendental message of the Lord of Bhagavatam. So where are they? Where is Bhagavatam? And how can I ever be able to give that message to them? So my dear Krishna, I do not have any power to convert them. So if you so desire, you please convert my speech in such a way that they will be able to accept this message and transform their hearts. For that, you may use me the way you like I am a puppet in your hands, and make me dance, my dear Lord, make me dance as you like. Your insignificant beggar, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. If you have not read it, please go and read that. It is such an inspirational poem. And Prabhupada met such humongous success because his starting point was so dependable point. He is a very great devotee. He is not ordinary devotee. Just because he had not seen success at that time, don't think that he is ordinary devotee. He spent 45 years in preparing for doing something like this. He tried his best, but he could not succeed. In his own admission, he could not succeed. But at the age of 70, when everybody wants to go to Vrindavan, he left Vrindavan. He left Vrindavan. Such a great sacrifice he has done. But see how he is presenting himself to Lord Krishna. My dear Lord, I am a beggar. Now people call me as Bhakti Vedanta. Neither I have Bhakti, nor I have a Vedanta knowledge. All I have is, I have a little faith in you. Please make me dance as you like, my dear Lord. So this is the beginning point. I said in the Google map, what is the beginning point? I am a fool. Swami has done this. Prabhupada has started like this. And that is how he could see such humongous success. Who are we in comparison with Prabhupada? Who are we? We are nobody, nothing. We are sustaining to, keep up our chanting, keep up our this and that. And that is why we are trying to, gather some devotees. Prabhu, please come. Mataji, please come. If you come, I will be a little more serious in chanting. Otherwise, I will sleep. That is our level, isn't it? So we are not trying to become a great devotee by spreading Krishna consciousness. We are trying to preserve our own Krishna consciousness. That is why we are looking for association. If you keep this spirit, you can develop so much in your spiritual endeavors, and you can help in giving the same mood and spirit to others. So I am very grateful to all of you. Whenever I try to speak about Krishna consciousness, I always remember what I am and where I have to go, and to whomever I speak, I remind myself through them, through my speech, what is the standard of devotional service and where I have to move forward. So thank you for giving me such a beautiful opportunity to remind myself what is the standard of Krishna consciousness and how to go about it. So I sincerely thank all of you for inviting me and for putting up such a splendorous devotional programs here. And I wish all of you all the best. May Lord Krishna bless each and every one of you. May you all advance in devotional service, traverse on the path of pure devotional service, and invite many unfortunate souls and make them fortunate by bringing them towards the lotus feet of Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So thank you, Prabhuji, for such a wonderful session. Anybody has any questions?
Yeah, that's nice. If you have some questions for discussion, that will be nice. One or two.
Yeah, this is a wonderful opportunity. Don't let it go waste.
Don't just ask for the sake of asking, but if it is touching your heart and if you have something, then yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, thank you so much for the wonderful class. Prabhuji, as you told that there is a Anya Abhilashita Shunyam and all. So, for a beginner, sometimes we are just forced from the material energies and material things. So, start तो हम बहुत जोश से करते हैं, लेकिन ये जोश थोड़ी देर के बाद ठंडा हो जाता है और अन्य अभिलाषिता शून्यम से फिर होता है कि पूर्ण अभिलाषिता शून्यम में चेंज हो जाता है. तो हाउ कैन वी ओवरकम दिस पॉइंट?
Very good question, very pragmatic question. पहले बहुत उत्साहित होते हैं, फिर स्लोली ठंडा पड़ जाता है. तो उसको मूड को कैसे हम मेंटेन कर सकते हैं, माता जी का प्रश्न है. Simple answer, it's not a long complicated answer. Simple answer. You associate with those people who are maintaining pure devotional spirit, it will come to you. A man is known by his association. If you're always wandering around with drunkards, you are a drunkard. Or if you are wandering around saintly persons, you will become a saintly person. Similarly, if you really want to spiritedly do devotional service, take association of such persons, regularly hear from them, regularly serve them, regularly invite them to your community. In this way, they will जाग उठाते हैं, devotional spirit को जाग उठाते हैं. They will bring it out. They will enliven our hearts and bring the actual spirit of devotional service. हम बहुत सारे कार्य कर सकते हैं, लेकिन primary thing is to do that with pure devotional spirit. तो फिर मैं वही एग्जाम्पल देना चाहता हूँ. वो एग्जाम्पल क्या है? हमको मालूम है हम उधर नहीं है, लेकिन उधर जाना है. उधर जाना है मालूम है, लेकिन किधर है भी मालूम होना चाहिए. आप किधर हो वो भी मालूम होना चाहिए. और किधर हो हम? Where are we? I am a fool number one. तो जब तक आप किधर हैं आपको मालूम नहीं होता, आप कहीं नहीं जा सकते हो. So your beginning point should be clear that I am not a devotee, but I want to be a devotee. Actually, great devotees never think that they are devotees. And only non-devotees think that I am a very big devotee. बहुत कर रहे हैं, इतना हमारा पूरा खानदान में कोई नहीं करता है जी. भगवान कृष्ण ने एक बार दुर्योधन को और युधिष्ठिर महाराज को बुलाया था और उनको आमंत्रित किया था. हमारा हिंदी उतना शुद्ध नहीं है. My mother tongue is not Hindi, but I try to speak. He told me you can speak in Hindi and English, but my flow comes in English. हिंदी में थोड़ा ब्रेक्स आता है, इंटरनल ट्रांसलेशन होना पड़ता है. तो आमंत्रित किया था, आप पूरा दुनिया में जाओ, आपसे कौन बड़े हैं, आप मेरे को आके बोलो। तो दुर्योधन ने और युधिष्ठिर ने दोनों गए थे, तो पूरा छान मारे थे, पूरा दुनिया छान मारे थे, फिर वापस आए, फिर कृष्ण को रिपोर्ट किए थे। दुर्योधन ने क्या रिपोर्ट किया मालूम है? हम सब लोगों को देखा जी, कोई भी हमसे बड़ी नहीं है, ये रिपोर्ट है दुर्योधन का, तो इसलिए वो राक्षस है। और युधिष्ठिर ने क्या बोला? मैं बहुत नजदीक से सब लोगों को देखा हूं और हर एक व्यक्ति हमसे अधिक हैं, बड़े हैं, और उनके सामने हम बहुत छोटे। ये रेस्पॉन्स था युधिष्ठिर महाराज का। तो इसलिए युधिष्ठिर महाराज इतना बड़ा भक्त था। तो इसलिए हमारा जो बिगिनिंग पॉइंट हम जब भूल जाएंगे तो हम कहीं भी नहीं जा सकते। वी कैन गो नोवेयर। So we must always remember, we must always think, I am a new devotee. Even though you may be, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years old, still think that I have just begun my devotional service. With the same enthusiasm, if you start doing your chanting and hearing and then serving Vaishnavas, no one can stop your advancement in devotional service. Don't let pride come and take over your heart. Don't let pride come and take over your heart. You want to understand the importance of humility? Then read Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, sloka number 8 to 12. Go and read it. Chapter, sloka number 8 to 12. In that, Krishna speaks about items of knowledge. In the items of knowledge, the first item that he says is amanitvam. Amanitvam means humility. So please go and read that. So that should be our beginning point. Only then we can advance in Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, सब कुछ बंद, advancement नहीं होगा। तो beginning point ही नहीं है तो कहाँ मैप आएगा उसको, लोकेशन है। ठीक है? Thank you for that question, Master. Anyone else? One more? Yeah, I'm forcing her. Ask one more question and I will close it. Yes, Master.
It's a personal question. Has to be, I always have been with Shiva, but the thirst for knowing Bhagavad Gita is like a tsunami inside me. So this happened here in our society. So we are going from Manu, me and my daughter. So there is always Shambho chant within me, and then I do chant Krishna, the Mahamantra chant, because that is also just there in me. I want to know about whether is this even, I don't know, it is just there, but it doesn't seem clear yet. But there is a longing for the divine. I don't know what it is. Please.
Thank you. Thank you. This I can see that it's coming from your, the thirst to know the truth. अभी शिवा विष्णु के बारे में आप मत सोचिए, because they are all connected. Right now, you focus on chanting Hare Krishna. Every day you chant. Suppose if you are chanting already Shambho Shankara or Om Namah Shivaya, जो भी chanting कर रहे हैं, that is all right. But you additionally chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day with sincere faith, Then, my dear Lord, I don't know who you are, but give me clarity to know you fully. And Krishna will help you from within. Lord will help you from within. But you must do it very sincerely, every day. This is your upasana, this is your aradhana. And if you do it, I'm telling you, if they invite me again, you will tell me that there is much more clarity than from what it was before. Alright? Don't now try to search and speculate about who is Shiva, who is Krishna and all that. All of that will be clear to you later. Right now, chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. For your information, even Lord Shiva chants this mantra. Brahma bole chaturmukhe Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Mahadeva Panchamukhe Rama Rama Hare Hare Brahma bole chaturmukhe Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Mahadeva Panchamukhe Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, both of them are chanting Hare Krishna. So whether you are a devotee of Brahma, Shiva or any other demigod, just chant Hare Krishna. All clarity will emerge in your consciousness. Alright, Mataji? So, thank you all for your kind attention and time. And if Krishna so desires, we'll meet again after some other time, whenever you call me.
Let's thank Prabhuji by loudly chanting 3 times. Hari Bol! And let's please request Prabhuji to visit us frequently wherever Prabhuji can.